hammerheads, thanks for tuning in. Well, fuck off. I can't see with them bastard things on. Will I ever learn? So I've just been watching this documentary about serial killers, that's all. Them upstairs have got that fucking vacuum cleaner on yet again. I shouldn't really complain, because before she had the home help, it was a fucking rat hole up there. I was starting to get worried in case I got infested, I don't know. Anyway, the home help, she's got no beard anymore, and she's got clean hair now as well. And she doesn't smell as bad as she used to. I used to see the green mist emanating from her when I was in Mal's in the queue. Anyway, tangent. Ow, fucking hell. Just been in the kitchen, right, cooking up a spaghetti bolognese, which I was supposed to do last night. One thing or another, I didn't get round to it. And, you know, Christy come on Skype to chat, and by the time she said good night and stuff, it was like 11 o'clock PM or something, and it's too late to do a bolognese by then. And because like in Oregon it's 9 years behind us, yeah, so 11 o'clock would have been, it would have been 8 o'clock her time or something. I don't, yeah, no, 7 o'clock PM, AM her time. Yeah, that's right. Something like that anyway. It's 9, they're 9 hours behind us. Anyway, disaster ensued when I'm doing it tonight. One, I got a basil plant, or for all you Americans, basil plant, on Saturday. Fresh as a daisy it was, as happy as Larry. Well, I had to throw it in the bin tonight, didn't I? Wasn't exactly at Death's door, but it was at Death's patio. It was just wilting everywhere. I watered it, I looked after it, I nurtured it. I always get emotional when one of my herbs dies. I'd only just bought it, man. Ooh. But anyway, so that's, can't use that. Not very often I have fresh basil lying around anyway. Second disaster was, I had to use tinned mushrooms instead of fresh ones, because the mushrooms in Mal's, you know, they were laughing at me. I was expecting legs to sprout at any moment and for them to leg it straight out of the fucking shop. So, oh no, I would not be buying them. Sometimes when they get them in, they're alright. The only trouble is to leave them there for a week or two, and then it's like, oh, at the end of a fortnight, it's like you've got overkilled mushrooms. No good, unless you're drying them out professionally or something like that. Anyway, but here's the focal point. That's not a proper bolognese with mushrooms in it. Sometimes I put a little teeny bits of diced carrot in as well. Unauthentic. And like oregano, basil, thyme. Not true. You know, you go to Italy, right? Or Sicily. Well, any restaurant, either Sicily or Italy, and order spaghetti bolognese. You'll be sorely disappointed, because all it is minced beef with garlic and onions, and that's it, and a bit of tomato puree and some tomatoes. It's none of this crap like mushrooms and peppers and carrot and this herb, that herb, the other herb, and 25,000 cloves of garlic. No, they only put 1 or 2 in, 2 at the very most. It's like, you know, see, you get a bolognese in England. It's not a proper bolognese, it's westernised. Everything's westernised now. You go to an Indian restaurant. I mean, I was in this shop once, right, an Indian shop, when I was married to that big, fat, ugly, horrible bitch. years ago, and we went to the shop in Donwell, and they had lots of like Indian takeaway menus on the counter, and I was just browsing through one, and the woman at the till, I can't remember her name now, Devinder or Navita or something like that, she took it off me and went, "Look at this, I'd never heard of any of these. I'm from India and I don't know them. Jalfrazi, Danzak." Oh, she's reeling off all these friggin' curries and that, and bloody tikka masala. They're not Indian, they're English dishes, them. They were invented in England by Indian immigrants, westernised, you know what I mean? Just like vindaloo, everyone thinks that's a very hot Indian dish. It's not. It's Portuguese. That came from the Portuguese settlers when like they settled in India years and years, decades ago. And the whole idea and purpose of a vindaloo was like they were all paupers and settlers now, you know, they had nothing basically, so they had to like get this, get that vegetable, rotten meat, rotten veg and everything, and they put that many hot spices in to disguise the fact that what you're eating is fucking rotten. And as a result, it's like, ow, hot, hot, hot. You can't taste the rottenness and the badness and like, you know what I mean? So every time you order a vindaloo, next time you're in an Indian restaurant, just remember how it originated. Rotten food from the Portuguese. It's like even Chinese now, a lot of westernised dishes, you go in Chinese restaurants and that, you know what I mean? It's like, it's mad. I mean, I'd love to go to India just to taste the authentic curries. In Italy and Sicily to taste the authentic dishes, you know, like they're supposed to taste, like they're supposed to be. Not like ready, steady cook, bolognese in 20 minutes. Bollocks! It's impossible. I mean, half these cookery especially fucking ready, steady cook, half of them, like, I bet they taste like fucking shit. But everyone's going, and that's just how it should be. How the hell do you cook fucking mince in 20 minutes on the top of the stove? It's bound to be tough, isn't it? I mean, you get people holding up fucking red peppers and green peppers in the crowd. Who's the winner? Who's the most red peppers? That team's won. Bollocks! Shits! Because every time on there, right, fucking Brian Turner, he hated making puddings. And somebody brings things in for him, an apple, a fucking carton of fucking custard, all this, a bag of sugar and all this fucking shit. And he's like, oh, I fucking hate puddings, me. I love carpets, but I don't like making puddings, like. I'm from Yorkshire. I say what I like, and I like what I bloody well say. And, no, yeah, and every time on that, guaranteed, on Ready Steady Cook, somebody made a sweet or a pudding or something like that, a dessert, they would win. They would win. What the fuck? And the other team just made something scrumptious. Well, looks scrumptious, but it's fucking not. Like I said earlier, it tastes like fucking shit. But anyway, sorry about the other tangent. This bolognese better be alright. It smelled a bit funny when I was cooking it, because I took the minced beef out of the freezer last night, put it in the fridge, and it was in the fridge all last night. I took it out tonight to cook it just at 7 o'clock, but I'm just paranoid when it comes to shit like that, because I got food poisoning once. Now I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Well, I'd probably wish it on my ex-wife, a fatal version. And never again. I've always been wary ever since. I was ill for a fucking week. I mean, ill. I lost a fucking stone in 6 days, man. It was fucking horrible. I got it from a restaurant. And guess what I ordered? Fucking spaghetti bolognese! I'll never get one of them in a Nobody makes them as good as me. You can go to all corners of the fucking world, you'll never find a bolognese as good as the way I do them. I'm telling you now. Guaranteed. And like, it was this restaurant, it just opened up, right, it was called Paparazzi. Shit, they killed the Princess of Wales and nearly fucking killed me and all. Anyway, it was called the Paparazzi, right, it was in Sunderland. It was just new. Opened the night before we went or something like that. And like, what it was, my friend rang me. He had a habit of doing this, Lee Stewart. Oh, are you up for coming out for a Valentine's meal? A foursome, me, you and your wife and that, and my wife, Tanya. It was like, this was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And we had like, what, 1 or 2 hours to book somewhere? Like, you're fucking kidding, aren't you? We tried everywhere, everywhere's fully booked. I mean, it's Valentine's night, for crying out loud. And anyway, his wife managed to find this new one that's just opened. Obviously it's new, so people won't be flocking there. We ended up there, and I had a bolognese, I don't know why. All 4 of us had a different dish, and I was fucking ill. It tasted funny when I was eating it. The meat, I don't know, it just tasted like sour cream. And that's what gone off beef normally tastes like. Sour cream, in my experience. And ugh, I was fucking ill. I remember that week being off work, playing either Alien Trilogy or fucking Tomb Raider 3. I was flitting between the two, you know, and running to the toilet every fucking 5 minutes, man. It was fucking agony. I was drinking flour and water to, I don't know, try and fill myself up. Oh, anyway. Oh, fucking hell, what the hell am I rambling on about now?